So what next? What next? What do we do? Gribbs, Cobalt Blink King. We got Wyvern Enthusiast. Let's get it. Oh, yours is 0 of 10. That's fair. So I got a bunch of stat on mine. That's pretty thick. Aaron is 0 of 10, man. That is a thick boy. Thick boy, thick boy. What are we going to do here? Turtle it? Turtle it with a shitload of dragons and some walls. We got 800. Pretty generous, really, on the DU on this one. Yeah, let's turtle it out and get Aramir to throw down some of his fancy dragons. I think this one we might benefit from having a double reflect. An Aramir? Yeah, it is. Get some of them flappy birds down. These baddies are not going to know what hit them. The Wyverns are really good. And like I said, thematically, I just think they're awesome. The little model and everything is just badass. Like, what would a perfect reflect beam look like in 2023, you guys think? Like, have tenacity on it, anti-heal, and then defense rate? And then you could still throw Shattering Torpedo, you could throw the wall buff, and then Vicious Strikes if you really wanted to. I mean, obviously, I think... Yeah, I mean, why not, right? Or Destructive Pylon. If depending on how you're building it. Got mad birds on this one, huh? The flyers are unreal. Flyer on flyer violence here. Oh my god. The birds are turning on their own kind. Get them, little birdies. He's just shredding, huh? Anti-heal is, I'm not sure what the minimum is. I can say that all those mods that on the patch notes said were Chaos 10 mods. Like, I know the Railgun was listed as a Chaos 10 mod. You can get it anywhere, I think. It's not Chaos 10. Like, I got mine on Chaos 9 and re-rolled it because I had a bunch of pristine mats. And then upgraded it. Anti-heal, I ended up getting it at Chaos 10 just as a rare drop. Or just as a drop, which, you know, how often does that happen? But I think the thing to do is, obviously everybody's farming Chaos 10. So I think the thing to do would be to either get it at Chaos 10, since that's where you're farming anyway, and then lend it to somebody or get a friend to hold it when they do an AP reset, and then re-roll it at campaign level. Or just drop down and run a few maps. It actually, if you play active on the engineer, it's fairly, like the railgun one is not too difficult to come by. Like, I think it took me 2 maps to get it. Little Birds is getting it. They is getting it. It's one of the kind of nice things in DD2 is you are, you know, besides the obvious rewards, you are rewarded for playing in a group, just because besides the legendaries and the bonuses, it just makes all the maps run so much easier, you know? Play in a group, you can just blaze everything down. Well, yeah. I mean, the lower you could get it, the better. The better, really. And even, like, the reroll tokens, the plain tier reroll tokens are relatively cheap when you see them for sale compared to the pristines, you know. Oh, he got it off. I was trying to get a nuke on him, but I think I clipped on one of the other mobs. See, and I mean, like, that's the reason I haven't used anti-heal. That was a 2 billion health mob. So that's the same health as a warlord that you would get on floor 999, you know? And still, it just did nothing to the wall. And we're able to just blast it down real quick anyway. The difference, of course, is all the other mobs being at 2 billion health. Not that you can't blast all those down too, but... Oh, if assassins were in C10, there would be a problem. Yeah. There's no doubt. I'm glad they're not, you know? We've had enough assassins. I mean, they've been in every tier since Chaos 5. A little reprieve from assassins. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, it numbs you to dying. It becomes to a point where you just don't even care. Like, I'm using that flyer damage reduction mod on my monk, so unless it's a bunch of assassins on me, I usually don't die to assassins. Well, I wasn't dying to assassins in Chaos 9. But, you know, the entire rest of the game before that mod got here, you just kind of got... You got numbed down to death. Boycott C10 if it had assassins. It's been the thing for so long. I mean, ever since Chaos 5, you know? I mean, if you set up for them, they're still pretty trivial. But how often are you going to have the DU to set up a assassin trap to run to, you know? Unless you can incorporate it into your build and just run down to the lane. They some mean folks. Trying to help a friend with C8 Harbinger and Assassin just made you leave your computer. That's fair, man. That is fair. Assassins they're over the top. Like I said, it gets you to the point where it numbs you to where you don't care about dying anymore because they're just going to kill you. You know? Unless you set up directly for them. Got me a daily, too. I'll take a daily. 3 medals is always good.